Suddenly, he was a participant, not a spectator, in a 100-ton feeding frenzy.
Neutral, backward.
I remember when the first hit came, the tail fluke came like from the side. The boat clearly lifted up and I could just about still hold my camera. I actually broke off the railing trying to hold on.
Darcy Henning was at the helm.
I think every one of us on the boat had that moment that we wondered, is this it?
Some 1,400 gray whale calves are expected to make this dangerous crossing this year, and tourists can't wait to catch a glimpse.
I think they're mostly awestruck because this is something that you might only see on a nature show.
A rare reality show that makes us all feel a little smaller. Lee Cowan, CBS News, Monterey.
And that's the news. Now here's Dan Rather with what's coming up later on 60 Minutes Wednesday.
Who killed this altar boy? It's a murder most foul. Plus, the only man who's left Mike Wallace speechless. 60 Minutes Wednesday.
And I'm Bob Schieffer, CBS News in New York. Good night.
For news 24 hours a day, click on cbsnews.com. Brought to you in part by Walmart. The Walmart price, saving you money on the things you need every day.
In the anchor chair, Bob Schieffer's the natural.
The CBS Evening News, a real pleasure to watch.
He's the people's anchor, he's the viewer's anchor.
The CBS Evening News with Bob Schieffer. This is CBS.
The 5-5-5 deal? 3 medium pizzas, just $5 each. It's a great way to bring people together.
I've got 3 pizzas here for Mr. NASCAR.
That's mine.
You're right. Mine would be for the king of NASCAR.
Really? Mine would be for the emperor of NASCAR.
Mine would be for the czar of NASCAR.
The grand poobah of NASCAR.
Generalissimo of NASCAR.
El Presidente de NASCAR.
King Daddy.
It's the 5-5-5 deal from Domino's. Buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas, and they're all just $5 each. Get the door. It's the official pizza of NASCAR.
Medford Lincoln Mercury Volvo knows how to sell Grand Marquis. That's why we're the #1 Grand Marquis retailer in the Southeast with over 100 new Grand Marquis to choose from.
You can see why it pays to shop Medford Lincoln Mercury Volvo. New 2005 Grand Marquis only $15,995. Come choose yours today and see why Medford is the #1 Grand Marquis dealer in the Southeast.
That's Medford Lincoln Mercury Volvo, located at Denton Road and the Ross Park Circle in Dothan.
You're watching WTVY News 4, your hometown news leader.
Just ahead on News 4 at 6, airport officials in one northwest Florida city hope the addition of new hangars will mean new jobs. Also, members of the military in Florida will soon get some added benefits from the state. And students at a Wiregrass school get up close and personal with a pack of wolves. Stay with us. News 4 at 6 is next.
From your hometown news leader, this is WTVY News 4 at 6.
More and more firefighters are dying on duty, but the cause is not fire-related. Good evening, everyone. I'm Angie Casey.
I'm Reginald Jones. Thank you for joining us for News 4 at 6 tonight.
From putting out fires to saving lives, a firefighter's daily duties could result in sudden death. But a new study by the National Fire Protection Association states the biggest threat to a firefighter's life now is actually a cardiac event. News 4's Erica Curry joins us live from the Dothan Fire Department with more on this story. Erica?
Well, Angie, according to the report, the majority of firefighters who die on the job are actually killed by a cardiac arrest or some other sort of heart condition. And now Dothan firefighters are doing something about it. Second year in a row, less than 30% of firefighter deaths across the nation were actually caused by fire. And that's the lowest rate on record. So the NFPA has developed standards to prevent health-related deaths.
We're trying to get up to those standards so that we can have people physically fit. We're looking at annual tests to see how physically fit someone is. So each year we're adding something else to it to try to decrease those chances of a person having a cardiac event.
The Dothan Fire Department also requires that each of their 170 employees spend at least an hour a day exercising as a preventative measure.
With its lack of physical activity to lack of training and stress is one article I was reading just recently. Stress was a big issue in the fact that firefighters are dying from cardiac arrest.
It's stress ranging anywhere from around-the-clock work schedules to constant adrenaline rushes, not to mention everyday obstacles. And with the warm weather and such high-risk conditions, it's no wonder that more heart attacks happen on the job. So to keep from adding to the statistics, the Dothan Fire Department is upgrading their fitness equipment and closely monitoring the well-being of their personnel. And the NFPA will have the study of the cardiac death rates available online by June 1st. Angie?
All right, thanks a lot. Erica Curry reporting from the Dothan Fire Department. Vehicle crashes used to be the #1 cause of firefighter death. Now that number has been cut in half.
The process of selecting a 12-person jury started earlier this week in the retrial of Wesley Devon Harris. The judge indicated that jurors may be sequestered to avoid another mistrial in the capital murder case. Harris is accused of gunning down 6 members of his former girlfriend's family at their farm in Rutledge in August 2002. His first trial was declared a mistrial because of jury tampering. Circuit Judge Edward McFerrin said sequestering jurors seemed likely, but said he would wait until jury selection is over before making a final decision. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. Jury selection is expected to wrap up this week, with opening arguments scheduled for next Tuesday.
The first tenant in the new Defuniak Springs Municipal Airport Industrial Park is officially open. Officials say opportunities are sky high. News 4's Mike Gerspan joins us live from our Enterprise Ozark Community College newsroom. And Mike, I understand federal and state agencies have pumped in more than $1 million for the new hangars there.
Well, Angie, officials from both Tallahassee and Washington helped bankroll the construction of the 4 new hangars in Defuniak Springs. But they also expect the creation of new aviation jobs. Rodney Doris specializes on painting aircraft. He is one of the first employees of Aero FX Incorporated, a plane restoration company based at the Defuniak Springs Municipal Airport. With more than $1 million in state and federal monies, the company is moving into 4 new hangars.
Yes, sir, it does, and be a lot better when we get more people on board and get a lot more production going, and that's what we're hoping for.
By building the hangars, it's hoped that it'll have a domino effect in the aviation industry, luring other companies to set up at the Defuniak Springs Municipal Airport.
One of the things about it is we've been limited on what they could do, but now they have the opportunity with having these structures, and I know future growth out here at the airport, to expand the economic possibilities for Defuniak Springs and Walden County.
Baker, Florida pilot Charlie Starr flew in for the dedication. He says such a company is sorely needed in the area.
Avionics shops and shops in general are in short supply around this part of the country. And I think very much needed here in Defuniak area.
With the new hangar space, company officials say it'll provide one-stop shopping for the plane owner. Everything from engine maintenance to the actual restoration of the aircraft.
We'll be able to take it from start to finish, interior refinishing, exterior refinishing, avionics overhaul, maintenance, mechanic work, repairs.
Initially, Aero FX plans to hire around 20 employees. And Angie, that's an important point, basically, that government officials granted the money once that the company promised to create those more than 20 new aviation jobs there in the Defuniak Springs area.
All right, thanks a lot. Mike Gerspan reporting live from our Enterprise Ozark Community College newsroom. Once again, high-tech employment coming to Northwest Florida. A team from the North American unit of the European Aeronautic Defense and Space Company is in Alabama today scouting a site for a $600 million aircraft plant. Mobile is one of 4 southern cities selected as finalists for the plant that could employ about 1,000 workers. The company, the majority owner of Airbus, hopes to build tankers for the U.S. Air Force. Governor Bob Riley plans to travel to Washington for additional talks on the project.
Whether they're fishing in Florida or deployed in Iraq, members of the National Guard and Reserve units will receive some extra benefits from the state. Governor Jeb Bush signed 6 bills into law aimed at helping military personnel and their families. One bill provides grants to help bridge the gap between a soldier's civilian pay and military wages. Another lets surviving spouses collect a $5,000 homestead exemption that's paid to disabled veterans. A third law gives military personnel discounts on hunting and fishing licenses. Bush says it's part of an effort by the state to recognize the service that military men and women provide for this country. Gas prices are still falling just in time for the Memorial Day weekend. AAA Alabama's daily survey finds the average price for a gallon of regular unleaded has fallen below the $2 mark in some locations around the state. The Auto Club reports the average price statewide for regular unleaded is $2.02, mid-grades are $2.16, and premium is $2.23 a gallon. According to AAA's Metro survey, the cost of regular remains slightly above the $2 mark in Huntsville, Mobile, Montgomery, and Tuscaloosa.
Here's an update to a story News 4 first told you about 2 weeks ago. Coffee County Road 533, also known as Tyler Street, remains closed to traffic. The road is a commonly used route into New Brockton. Police say someone vandalized the barricades around 8 o'clock last night. Earlier this month, Tyler Street was indefinitely closed because of washout concerns. A large section of the right-of-way gave way into a 50-foot ditch. Officials fear added weight could cause the road itself to give way. New Brockton Mayor Charles Cole says initial price estimates to fix the road are at $500,000. Since the damage reportedly first occurred during Hurricane Ivan last September, the city hopes to receive FEMA funding. If you have any information on the vandalization of the barricades, you can call the New Brockton Police Department at 894-5559.
Money for dredging along the Apalachicola River in Florida have not been included in the latest federal spending bill. It's the first time in almost a decade the House of Representatives has not included money to dredge the Apalachicola as requested by the president. But that's good news for Florida Congressman Alan Boyd. He's introduced bills in the past to end dredging the river and restore its natural habitat. Boyd says the Apalachicola has been listed as one of the nation's most endangered rivers. He says piles of dredged sand reach up to 40 feet and cut off water supplies to surrounding areas.
Well, former Alabama football coach Mike Price was back in the state today, but he wasn't on the field. He was in court. Brad Sherwood has details a little later in sports.
Also, an area teacher decides to move on after more than 30 years of teaching in the classroom. That story when News 4 at 6 returns. Plus, felt a little more like spring today. Will the cooler temperatures be around for a while? Meteorologist Ashley Brand joins us for a first check on our weather. Ashley.
We'll say enjoy it while you can. We do have some changes in the forecast. It's going to get warmer, but at least one more day of lower humidity. Those details coming up in your forecast on News 4 at 6.
Chevy Tahoe and Suburban. Tahoe, the most dependable full-size SUV. Suburban, enough interior room to seat up to 9 passengers. Not surprisingly, both are the best-selling full-size SUVs in America. Now get up to $5,500 total cash back on select Tahoe vehicles and inventory. Chevy Tahoe and Suburban, an American revolution. See your South Central Alabama Chevy dealer today.
The Rhodes Furniture Memorial Day sale is absolutely guaranteed great. Here's why. Buy with confidence knowing that you're getting the guaranteed lowest price. Find it for less and we'll give you 200% of the difference. But that's not all. During our Memorial Day sale, you'll save on everything in our store. Plus, pay absolutely nothing for 18 months or no down payment and no interest till 2008. Saving lots of money is a guaranteed great experience, especially during the big Memorial Day sale going on now at Rhodes.
The 555 deal? 3 medium pizzas, just $5 each. It's a great way to bring people together.
I've got 3 pizzas here for Mr. NASCAR.
That's mine.
You're right. Mine would be for the king of NASCAR.
Really? Mine would be for the emperor of NASCAR.
Mine would be for the czar of NASCAR.
The grand poobah of NASCAR.
Generalissimo of NASCAR.
El Presidente de NASCAR.
King Daddy.
It's the 555 deal from Domino's. Buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas, and they're all just $5 each. Get the door. It's the official pizza of NASCAR.
It's happening now. The Dodge Memorial Day sales event. Get great deals on Grand Caravan with stow-and-go seating and storage, Dodge Ram with Hemi Power, the all-new Dakota, the versatile Magnum, and the big size and smooth ride of Durango. Right now, qualified returning Daimler Chrysler lessees can lease a Grand Caravan SXT with available stow-and-go seating and storage for just $259 a month. Hurry in for great deals on the Dodge lineup at the Memorial Day sales event. Offers end May 31st.
Closed captioning of News 4 sponsored by the Outpatient Center at Southeast Alabama Medical Center.
You're watching WTVY News 4 at 6 with Angie Casey, Reginald Jones, meteorologist Ashley Brand, and Brad Sherwood with sports.
An Ozark Junior ROTC sergeant has recently gained national recognition for his excellent classroom teaching. First Sergeant Jack Keller proudly shows off his Junior ROTC Instructor of the Year award. After undergoing a process of elimination against other Junior ROT sergeants and 32 programs here and overseas, Keller came out on top.
I'm very flattered. Biggest thing about this is the recognition for our high school and our kids here in ROTC.
Keller teaches Junior ROTC courses at Carroll High School in Ozark. An education career that spans for nearly a half a century came to an end today. Mulkey Elementary School teacher Frances Jordan is retiring after 46 years in the classroom. Jordan began teaching 5th grade math at the Geneva School in 1969, and she's been there for the last 36 years. But she actually started teaching at Fort Walton Beach High School in 1958. She also worked as a math instructor for several years in Bonifay and Mariana. Jordan says it was a bittersweet day for her. Teaching is a profession she loves, but she says it's time to start the next chapter of her life.
To get up and come to school. I've done it for so long, and I'm going to miss that. The fellowship with the students and my fellow teachers.
Jordan, of course, she says the relationship that she did build with the students and fellow faculty members will be part of her life forever.
6th grade students at Honeysuckle Middle School visited with some furry friends today from the Arctic. Wolf enthusiast and educator Cynthia Watkins brought 4 baby wolves from the Seacrest Wolf Preserve in Chipley to their classroom. This is her 5th year coming to Dothan City Schools, and she stresses the importance of environmental education. She teaches tolerance and respect for wolves and addresses their significance in our ecosystem.
We teach our children and our adults as well that each animal holds a very important place and position in the circle of life, and they make profound contributions to the ecosystems in which they live.
Watkins says wolves have neared extinction in the United States, but have recently been reintroduced into Yellowstone National Park.
Seems like rain has become extinct in our area.
It's on the list.
It seems that way.
It would seem that way.
It's going to be dry again tomorrow. No big surprise there.
Right.
Some rain chances may be coming up for the weekend, and I know that's a holiday weekend, so it's probably on the good and bad list.
Bittersweet.
For some people, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
We're glad to have it at some point, and unfortunately it looks to come during the weekend, but I guess that's still good news. I'll have your forecast coming up next.
The GMC Envoy has the government's highest side impact crash test rating, 5 stars. And for extra safety, it has 1 more star. The added security of OnStar. Never underestimate the value of professional grade. Use your hot button bonus cash and get $4,000 total cash back on a new 2005 GMC Envoy. Upgrade to professional grade. See the pros at your local Wiregrass area GMC dealers.
Are you all right?
Yeah. So are you serious about that?
Yeah. If you drop a call, Altel will give you a credit automatically.
Wow.
When you get an automatic 1-minute credit for any call dropped on the Altel network, what's not to love?
Are you looking for a special piece of furniture for your home? Shop the Antique Attic at 5037 Fortner Street in Dothan. We've been buying and selling antiques at this location since 1969. We've expanded to 13,000 square feet, filled with European and American furniture, oil paintings, tapestries, bronzes, and marble statuary. Browse our latest containers of antiques from Europe. Shop the Antique Attic for unique antique treasures from the past. We bring the world to Dothan.
It's go time at Toyota's nationwide sales drive with phenomenal selection at every turn. Check out the Toyota Sienna, just named the best pick by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Right now, get up to $1,000 cash back or 1.9% APR financing for 36 months on the 05 Sienna. Visit your local Toyota dealer or buyatoyota.com today. Toyota's nationwide sales drive is on now, owning the winner's circle. Now that's moving you forward.
Power Doppler Plus, presented by Herndon Shell. Meteorologist Ashley Brand in the Power Doppler Plus Storm Center.
After feeling like summer for so long, spring finally returned to the Wiregrass today. Very comfortable. And as we head into tomorrow, the humidity is going to start to return. Let's first look at your weather-wise for this evening. A change in dew points and temperatures, along with the wind direction, indicates what? A frontal passage or moisture advection. Think that over. We'll take a look at Power Doppler Plus. 300 miles out and not a drop of rain to be found anywhere in the southeast. But at least it was nice today. We had our current temperature sitting at 79, the dew point down to 47. It's very comfortable out there with the humidity at 32% and our winds out of the north-northeast at 8 miles per hour. That's helping to bring in that drier and even cooler air. And across the southeast, some extremely comfortable temperatures into the 70s. Wouldn't that be nice? But we're still here into the upper 70s and low 80s, but we had the drier air, and that makes a huge difference, especially here in the deep south. Now, we topped out only at 80 today with a low of 64, much different than yesterday, where we had a high at 94. Definitely a good change. Now, our storm spotters into the low 80s today, and this morning we started off into the 60s, so a very comfortable morning led to a nice afternoon. We're not going to see too many changes coming up over the next day or so. More changes towards the weekend, but right now we have the drier air in place. This will stick around for at least one more day, and then we'll start to see the moisture back in here, and that means the humidity will return. Now, what's left over from that cold front is down to the Gulf of Mexico. That's where you see just a few clouds dotting the skies, and here we're mostly clear, and we're going to continue with the clear skies for tomorrow. We're going to still see the dry air in place. There is a cold front off to the west, and that's going to slowly slide off towards the east. Now, by this weekend, we're going to see a low develop along this front, and that's going to bring the rain chances back. Now, it's not looking like all-day rain chances at this point, and still probably scattered, but it is looking like one of the better chances that we've had for rain in quite some time. So we'll continue to adjust that forecast over the next couple of days. 57 degrees tonight. You could almost call that a bit chilly considering the warm numbers we've had lately. And for tomorrow, 85, we're going to slowly inch back up, but at least tomorrow we'll still have the low humidity around. And here come the rain chances. The humidity comes back. It's still going to be warm. And I know it's the holiday weekend, but we desperately need the rain. In the month of May, I think we've had one day where we've had rain, and that was even scattered. So not everybody received that. So it would be a welcome sign, even though people will be trying to get out and enjoy the weather. And your weather-wise for this evening, a change in dew points, temperature, and wind direction indicates what?
I think that's a passage.
Just happened, so yes, that would be a frontal passage. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news with the rain on the holiday, but it figures, you know. Yeah. Maybe we should all wash our cars tonight. Maybe it'll rain tomorrow.
Go ahead and get it out of the way.
Move on through. All right.
Thanks, Ashley.
A local artist is not letting his age stop him from showing off his beautiful work. We'll have that story later.
And the SEC tournament gets underway in Hoover. Brad Sherwood has highlights for you next in sports.
The credit union sale's over. But for the rest of the month, our mission is to give everyone credit union savings.
We've left the credit union sale prices on every new Toyota.
Our mission is to save you money on new full-size Tundra trucks.
Our mission is to save you money on Toyota Camrys. Drive one home right now for $279 a month with no money down.
Thank you for your business. Saving people money on new Toyotas is our mission. At Bondi's Enterprise Toyota, your Toyota superstore. And remember, we're an enterprise.
She's got vision. She's got ambition. She's got a family. And she's got Alpha Insurance. There's a reason one of Alabama's oldest insurance companies protects so many of Alabama's youngest families. Call Alpha and let us show you why.
guys doing? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Then we're pretending we were on the water.
The weather is warming up and it's time to start thinking about getting back on the water. Get back in style on a new Honda watercraft from Beasley's. At Beasley's, everyone can ride because Beasley's has flexible financing options on 4-stroke, 2- and 3-seaters and the full line of watercraft accessories.
You don't have to pretend. Come by Beasley's in Ozark and pick up your personal watercraft.
When you've been known as the beef people for 80 years, you work hard to live up to that reputation. That's why WD brand natural beef is still only USDA choice, grain-fed for flavor, aged for tenderness. Isn't that what you'd expect from the beef people?
This week, pick up family packs of fresh ground beef for $1.27 a pound. And WD brand beef USDA choice bone-in ribeye steaks for only $4.77 a pound. Only from the beef people.
And now, Brad Sherwood with sports.
Hello, everyone. The Troy baseball team has racked up a handful of Atlantic Sun Conference honors. Enterprise native Adam Godwin has been named the Player of the Year. Brent Adcock is the league's Pitcher of the Year, and Bobby Pierce is the A-Sun Coach of the Year. Those titles are nice, but the team is in search of a conference tournament championship. Step number 1 was a first-round matchup with Gardner-Webb this morning, but the top-seeded Trojans are upended by Gardner-Webb 8-2. Josh Martin pitched a complete game for the Bulldogs. Adcock also went the distance for the Trojans in the losing effort. Troy falls to the losers bracket and will need to win 4 straight games to play for the title. The Trojans meet Georgia State tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. The Southeastern Conference baseball tournament is in full swing up at the Hoover Met near Birmingham. The 3-seed Tennessee Volunteers playing an afternoon tilt against 6-seed South Carolina. The Gamecocks were just pounding away on the Vols today. It's already 8-2, South Carolina leading in the 7th. And the Gamecocks looking for more. 2 on for Steve Pierce. He waits for the off-speed pitch and crushes it to left. A 3-run jack, 11-2 Gamecocks at that point, and South Carolina goes on to cruise to the 12-2 victory. In other action, Mississippi State upsets number 2 seed LSU 9-2. Thomas Barricari was 4-for-4 for the Bulldogs. Top seed Florida taking on 8 seed Arkansas, and the Razorbacks are leading 3-1 in that game in the 2nd inning. The 5-seeded Alabama Crimson Tide goes to work tonight against the Ole Miss Rebels. Alabama coach Jim Wells says lefty Wade LeBlanc will get the start for his club. Alabama lost 2 of 3 games against the Rebels during the regular season. First pitch is set for 8 o'clock this evening at the Hoover Met. Comcast Sports Southeast has the telecast. We'll have the highlights for you in sports tonight on News 4 at 10. Former Alabama football coach Mike Price was in Montgomery today to hear arguments before the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. This is a part of Price's $20 million lawsuit against Sports Illustrated. Price said today he believes he was wrongly accused. Price is suing Sports Illustrated over a 2003 story by Don Yeager that claimed Price had sex with 2 women in a hotel room in Pensacola, Florida. Price was fired before coaching a game at Alabama because of the allegations. Much of today's hearing concerned whether newspapers and magazines can be treated differently under Alabama's Shield Law.
You know, that people should be treated like that. That you can take a magazine like Sports Illustrated that I read as a kid and believed that can write things that aren't true and damage a person as rough as it's damaged me. We just can't sit back and take that from companies.
Atlanta Braves rookie pitcher Kyle Davies will try for his 2nd win in as many starts as the Braves try to complete a 3-game sweep of the New York Mets tonight. The 21-year-old Decatur, Georgia native will be making his first start at Turner Field. Last night, the Braves shut out the Mets 4-0. Tim Hudson pitched on 3 days rest and tossed 8 scoreless innings. Tom Glavine's record against his former team drops to 1-8 with his latest loss. Tonight's game is just underway in Atlanta. We'll have the highlights for you at 10. So after a bad road trip, the Braves returned home and have won 2 straight, looking to make it 3 in a row.
All right, good for them.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
Sure.
Meteorologist Ashley Brand has one last look at your evening forecast in just a moment.
And a Dothan artist proves you're never too old to pick up a paintbrush. His story for you next.
Solomon Chevrolet Cadillac sells more because we sell for less, and that's no bull.
Yes, bull. Come take your picture with Mojo.
Saturday from 2 to 4. New 2005 Malibu sedans, just $16,987, or lease for $234 a month. Well-equipped new 2005 Silverado pickups, just $13,687.
And remember, we don't want all the business, just yours.
Come in for your chance to win a new car and a vacation. Only at Solomon Chevrolet Cadillac in Dothan. Proud sponsor of the Humps and Horns PBR.
Families love wild adventures. 9 coasters. Hundreds of wild animals. Splash Island Water Park. Dazzling shows. More rides than any park in the South. You get 2 days of fun for the price of one and much, much more. Wild adventures. What dreams are made of.
For insurance and financial services in Dothan, see State Farm agent Velma Tribune. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you see news happen, dial *4 on your Alltel phone.
We're into the 70s right now, and for this evening, we'll still be into the 70s, and for tomorrow, 85, still low humidity.
But a little rain,
Pretty
possibly
good, yeah.
on the weekend.
Exactly.
All righty.
Well, finally tonight, the works of a local artist were placed on display today in Dothan. Former Dothan businessman John Conti is 95 years old, and he didn't even take up painting until nearly 30 years ago.
Nevertheless, his artwork has drawn praise locally. Conti says it all started when he retired in 1976 and was looking for something to do.
I couldn't play golf because I was having a back problem. Also, I was having cataract in my eyes, so I couldn't. So my wife kind of pushed me into it. She said, start painting. Well, a man at the church started giving lessons, so she signed me up.
And for the past 17 years, he's painted a special Christmas scene for the holiday season.
He's an amazing man, for
Indeed
those
he
of you who know him. That'll do it for us, folks. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.
Thanks for being with us. Wheel of Fortune is next. Good night.
Chrysler Town & Country, with the exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage system. There when you need it, not there when you don't.
Get 0% financing or $2,500 cash allowance through May. Get an extra $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry, offer ends soon.
And now from the Sony Picture Studios, Pat Sajak and Vanna White.
Thank you, folks. Hey, Charlie. Oh, look, a red carpet. That's Joan Rivers. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Okay. Again. So here we are. It's Wheel of Fortune time. Glad you could join us tonight. Get ready. A $1,000 toss-up coming up right away here. The category is Showbiz.